This is going to be the first video for Cooking with Frankie. Today I'm going to be making a very simple treat for Valentine's Day. It's going to be keto chocolate covered strawberries. So the first thing you're going to want to do is put all of your ingredients and equipment together. So I'm choosing to do 6 strawberries today. First thing you want to do is rinse them well with cold water in the sink and then dry them. What you want to do is get a small pot with just a bit of water in the bottom, a glass measuring cup, and your dark chocolate. I choose to use Lily's dark chocolate. There's not my chocolate in my glass measuring cup. It's about 1/2 cup. And I'm going to just put this on the stove over medium-high heat and then just keep an eye on it. Make sure that no water gets into your chocolate. It will cause your chocolate to seize up, which makes it get a texture that's sort of pasty or clumpy or grainy, and you don't want that. You want a nice silky smooth chocolate sauce. Once you're waiting for your chocolate to melt, you can take your strawberries and you can either cut the tops off so that you don't have to worry about the green on top, or you can just make sure that they're getting as dry as possible. I like to leave the stems on so that there's a little handle to hold onto them with. Because my strawberries are so big, I've decided to keep some of them big like this and then cut at least half of them in half so that they make little hearts, and then they're smaller portions. Some other things that you might want for this project is wax paper, so that while they're cooling, they'll cool on wax paper and they won't stick to the surface. Additionally, I'm going to be decorating my strawberries with a little tuxedo sort of piping job, and so I will show you what you'll need to do that. While your chocolate is melting, you're going to want to stir it up a bit so that the chocolate chips melt smoothly and consistently. What you're hearing back there is the slightly boiling water hitting the glass against the side of the pot. While you're working with your chocolate, just keep the warm water on the stove so that if you are working slowly and you need to remelt the chocolate, it'll be easier to access. So what you want is a consistency sort of like that. Then you want to put, I use little popsicle stick type sticks. Just put one right in the bottom, and then you can swirl the strawberry around, and then just sort of let it drip off just a little bit, just some of the excess. And then you can also curl it slowly around in a circle so it sort of adheres. So it looks like that. And then you just lay it down on a parchment paper. You can remove the stick if you want and then use it for your next one. I'll be doing a half one this time, being very careful to not destroy it with the stick. And then same method. And it's easier with this one because you can kind of roll it around along the edges a bit better. And then you just let it sort of drip off. And keep in mind, you don't want to thin out the chocolate with any liquid ingredient to make it a little bit more viscous, because you could risk seizing the chocolate, and then to save your chocolate after it seizes can be a real pain in the ass. Alternatively, if you don't want to use a stick for doing the half strawberries, just get a spoon of the chocolate and sort of just brush it over the tip of the strawberry. And this way you can also opt to not have chocolate all the way around. And this will make it easier if you want to use the same idea for maybe decorating a cake or something. What you want to do to be able to tell if your strawberries are dry enough for the second stage of decoration or ready for eating is to look for a matte finish. So you can see that the top of this strawberry is a little glossy, and then at the base there it's already dry and matte. So these strawberries are almost ready. So my frosting didn't really work out, so I will not be decorating the strawberries, but they are done, and this is what it looks like. I did take the frosting and put it into a little container so that the strawberries can be dipped in it, as to not waste the ingredients. So that was my video on chocolate covered strawberries. I hope you liked what you saw.